What's up, everybody? My name is Patty, P-H-A-T-T-I, and today we're going to be discussing how to get over the plateau that pretty much everybody hits when you're starting to work out and exercise and diet. Everybody hits a plateau. That's the point. The plateau is the point where your body won't lose any more weight. And you get really frustrated, and that's when a lot of people quit. And they give up, and they go back to what they were doing. They're thinking, well, why am I doing all this stuff if it's not making any difference in my weight, or the way I feel, or my pant size, or anything like that? So I got a few different things that have worked for me, and things that I have discussed with, physicians and stuff. I'm not a physician, so please don't take any medical advice from me. But I do know a little something about fitness. Okay, so the first step in breaking the plateau is adjust your caloric intake. Which means, you might have started out at a certain weight and lost a bunch of weight eating a certain amount of food, but the smaller your body gets, the less calories it needs to fuel itself. So if you continue to eat the same amount of calories as you were when you started, that could also be a reason as to why you're plateauing, because your body doesn't need all those calories anymore. So it's not going to lose the amount just because you are eating the same amount as you were when you started. So lower the caloric intake which you currently are at. If there's no way you can physically do that, then just make sure that you focus on the quality of the food that you're eating and not just the quantity. Like, let's say you have 1,500 calories you can eat, right? And you go and you buy 1,500 calories worth of processed foods, lasagnas, and which is really good, donuts and cakes and cookies, 1,500 calories in that versus 1,500 calories of fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean meats, stuff like that. If it's not just about the caloric intake, it's about the quality of the food that you get, not just the quantity. So if you are frustrated and saying, "Oh, Jay, for you, Patty, I already did that. I already lowered my caloric intake, but nothing is working," try changing the quality of your food. So eat more wholesome foods. Also, something that can help you, and which has really helped me, switch up your routine. It seems really simple, but it really works. If you switch up the routine that you normally do every day, so let's say you wake up 5 o'clock, you run, shower, do your routine, then work out again, switch it up a little bit. Maybe instead of just doing a continual jog for however long you do it, start out with a walk and then go to a sprint for a certain amount of time, and then go back to a walk, but then go back to a sprint. Because what that's doing is it's elevating your heart rate quickly, and it's keeping your body guessing, so your heart rate goes, and then it slows back down. It's like, okay, all right, we're good. But then you start sprinting again, and it's like, and it speeds up. So that literally shocks your muscles into continuing to lose weight. So switch your routine up. And if you're doing like weight training and stuff like that, add cardio. If all you're doing is cardio, add strength training. Those two together work wonders. They complement each other very well. Okay, so being a mother, you know that it is very difficult to not only make time to exercise and eat healthy, but to maintain your diet when you have to feed your children different foods. Because let's be honest, you're not going to serve your children these reduced calorie diets. It's not healthy for children to be eaten only a certain amount of calories. So you literally have to make yourself a whole separate meal. When you are taking care of the children's plates, I know, because I've done it myself, picking off of the plates of the leftovers. When you are cleaning up, don't eat what's left. I know you feel like you're wasting it or something like that, but every calorie counts. It really does. Even if you just take little bits here and little bits there, every calorie counts. And if you are frustrated that you cannot lose weight, why would you put that at risk by eating a couple bites of macaroni and cheese that's left over? Or eating that little bit of dessert that you made specifically for the kids, but we all kind of know at nighttime you go and you're snaky. So make sure you aren't stuck on cleanup duty where you currently are eating off of other people's plates when you're cleaning it up. A way to do that is ask your significant other to help you. Be like, hey, sweetness, I need you to help me clean up because otherwise I'll be tempted to eat the food. Or if your children are old enough, make them do it themselves. If they're not old enough, have older children do it. Say, hey, can you take care of young Johnny's plate? I don't know what your kid's name are, but help have other children or your spouse help you out. And if there is no one there to help you out, make sure you remember, you maintain the thought that you are worth more than those few little calories that you are putting into your body. You have tried so hard and you have worked so hard. You are worth more than that. So make sure you have the self-discipline to not pick off of those plates, because that will kind of ruin everything. So another one that is, I know, difficult with children is sleeping. Getting enough sleep is essential to fat loss. You cannot lose weight if you are depriving your body of the resting period. You have to have rest. You have to get enough sleep. If you are sleep deprived, your body is not worried about losing weight. It is worried about surviving. It's worried about giving yourself enough energy to make it through the day. Make sure you get enough sleep. And if not getting enough sleep is a problem for you, or if getting sleep is just out of the question completely, you need to find a way to fix that. You need to get the help from somebody. Whether it's just 1 or 2 nights a week, you need to get enough sleep. That is absolutely crucial. And it's not just the quantity of sleep, it's the quality of sleep. Talk to your physician. If you cannot fall asleep, if you cannot stay asleep, and it's not the children's fault, talk to a physician. Know your body well enough that when something is changing, or you know, okay, I need help fixing this, but I can't do it on my own, talk to your doctor. That's why they are there. They are physicians for a reason. They didn't go to all those years of medical school just so you can Dr. Google everything. So make sure that you get enough sleep. Fluids is another thing. Drink lots of water. Usually when your body is craving something, it can be fixed majority of the time with drinking some water. So let's say you really want some chocolate. Bad craving. Awful craving. Everybody gets it. And if you don't, that's awesome. Tell us the secrets. But craving chocolate is one of my big problems. So instead of eating the chocolate, one, I don't buy the chocolate, so it's not in my house, so that's not really an option. Drinking enough fluids, drinking enough water. If your body gets even a little bit dehydrated, it will try to find that liquid somewhere, some other way, by making your body crave something else. Drinking fluids, make sure. And if you drink water and you're still really craving that thing 10-15 minutes later, that is fine. Take a little bit of it, but don't gorge yourself on it. Don't completely let go of your self-control and go into starvation mode where you're eating everything that you see. Okay, I'm super hungry. I really want chocolate really bad. I'm going to eat this whole candy bar. If you literally cannot stop your cravings, just eat a little bit to where you can taste it. And eventually you'll get to the point where you can stop the cravings. You can say, okay, I don't need that. My body doesn't need that. Substitute them with something else. And we'll go over that in another video on what we can substitute with other things. Because when your body is craving something, it is lacking something else. So instead of giving it what your body's craving, we're going to be discussing what else you can eat that's a healthier option. So eating more proteins can help you gain muscle, and in turn gaining muscle, you lose more fat. The more muscle you have, the more fat you burn. And by eating proteins, that is your muscles' fuel. It gets your muscles going, and when you add the protein to your mixed up daily routines, it will fix those muscles. It will, because essentially what's happening is your muscles are tearing and they're repairing themselves, and that makes your muscles bigger. So when you get bigger muscles, you will lose more fat. The more protein you eat, you get bigger muscles, you lose more fat. It's all a cycle. It really is a cycle. So that is some things that have worked for me getting over my plateau. And I will tell you right now, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, cutting out carbs. As crazy as it sounds and as absolutely lunatic, I did. I cut out carbs and I lost 12 pounds in 2 weeks. And that is another video that we will be going over on how I did that. It wasn't just no carbs. It was something called, it's a ketogenic diet. And I drank ketones. And that is something that I will be discussing in a later video. But currently, ladies and gentlemen, stay beautiful. You are fantastic. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask me. I am there to help you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of these videos. Share it with a friend. Let them know, hey, you're not alone. There are people who understand what you're going through, and they're here to help you. I am here to help you. I am here to help them. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. Like I said, just barely like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to this so we can continue to get more videos. Otherwise, you won't know that I posted an awesome video. So, this is Patty coming at you, P-H-A-T-T-I, and deuces.